Hello students and welcome back. I'm Mayuri Weber Kulkarni from Aryant Institute of Business Management, Powdan, Pune. We are still on the first topic of basic concepts of management accounting. In previous videos, we have learned about the forms of organization, for example, sole proprietorship, partnership forms, public limited and private limited, and then basic accounting concepts and conventions. Now let us start to understand format of different accounting statements which we need to prepare while recording our transaction. So first, journal. This is the very basic and important, where the first record of your every business transaction has to be done. So this is the format in which you need to write date, then account title and description in particular column, then ledger folio number and debit amount and credit amount. So this is the format of journal. Then format of ledger. This format has two sides, debit side and credit side. First column will be date, then particulars, you need to write account name, then folio number, then debit amount, and for credit side it is credit amount. Then multiple entries in various accounts will make a ledger. Taking all the ledger's balance and presenting them in single worksheet as on a particular date is called as trial balance. To understand a trial balance, we must first understand double entry system. Recording two entries for a single transaction that is equal and opposite in nature. That means every transaction you are doing in business, it will have or it should or it must have two entries which will be of opposite nature. One effect will be at debit side of some account and some will be of credit side. Then journal, all transactions recorded in double entry system of bookkeeping. Ledger, summary of all journals of similar nature of accounts. So let us understand with one example. Let's say we buy a book for rupees 1000 on credit. Now we receive the book and have to pay money. So this transaction has two activities. First is buying the book from seller and taking credit from seller. In accounting language, recording of this transaction by segregating into two activities is a double entry system. So, we need to write or journalize this entry as purchase account debit 1000 to credit account, creditor account 1000. And in trial balance, it will look like purchases debit side 1000 rupees, credit side 1000 rupees. So you can see that even a single transaction has double entry or two effects for every transaction. So now how to decide this debit side amount and credit side, which account will be get debited and credited, we will discuss it in separate video or rather next video. Now financial statement of sole proprietorship. Financial statements are the last stage of accounting process. From trial balance, list of all expenses, income, assets and liabilities. Then final accounts are prepared based on trial balance. Trial balance divided into two parts. First, trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. In trading and profit and loss account, it is a summary of all income and expenses, loss and profits. Whereas in balance sheet, it is a summary of assets and liabilities, provides accumulated financial position as on particular date. Final accounts of a sole proprietorship concern business of single owner. If the firm is in a trading, then it should have trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. If it is a manufacturing industry, then manufacturing account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. But keep in mind, final accounts of companies and partnership, it must have some different entries and some different transactions or effects that we will discuss separately. Prepared by a manufacturing account, it is prepared by manufacturing industries. conversion of raw material into finished goods, before preparation of trading profit and loss account. Then it comes a nominal account. It records all manufacturing expenses like raw material consumed, wages, manufacturing expenses, etc. And then it provides the total cost of goods produced or transferred to trading account. It is also called cost of production account. It does not give any profit or loss statement. Then trading and profit and loss account. It summarizes all the nominal accounts, periodic statements, income statements, statement of profit and loss. It is nothing but matching and accrual principle is needed to be followed. It consists all the revenue receipts, that is income, and expenses or losses. Then trading account consists of direct transaction of goods, whereas profit and loss account consists of indirect expenses and income. In trading account, there will be your manufacturing cost or that cost which is directly related to your main business activity. It may be of production activity. In profit and loss account, all indirect expenses are included. Trading account shows the operating performance of business. Income and expenses directly related to the goods and operations of a business. Direct income and direct expenses. For a manufacturing concern, the direct expenses relating to goods come in trading account, for example, wages. This gives gross profit or gross loss, especially from trading of goods and inventory. This is the format for trading account. You need to give heading, trading account of XYZ company for the period ending. To mention period is very essential part. Then it also has two sides, debit side, credit side. In debit side, you first need to mention opening stock, then purchases of this year. If there is any purchase returns, then deduct it from purchases. Then direct expenses, wages, carriage inward, etc. Then credit side, you need to mention buy sales. If sales return is there, deduct it from sales and mention closing stock. Then you need to make summarize credit side, deduct debit side from it, and you will get gross profit. In some cases, if debit side total is greater or bigger than credit side, then you will get gross loss. Gross profit will be transferred to profit and loss account, credit side, and if there is a loss, it will be transferred to profit and loss account, debit side. From sales, indirect tax, sale tax recovered from the customer is to be included. As per the accounting standard 2, the direct expenses, the expenses for bringing goods to their factory location and making them marketable, that is finished goods. So carriage inward, freight, wages, insurance, power, fuel, etc. that will be included in trading account. Then the closing entries of trading account is like trading account debit to opening inventory, trading account debit to purchases account, to wages account, to direct expenses. And then trading account debit to profit and loss account. If there is a profit, then sales account debit to closing inventory account and to trading account. Then it further affects profit and loss account debit to trading account if there is a gross loss. Understood? Now then, trading relations to cost, sales and profit. Goods sold at sales price, then sales and goods sold at cost, cost of goods sold. For gross profit, the cost of goods sold is opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. It is adjusted purchases, net purchases plus opening stock minus closing stock. For stock turnover ratio, you need to consider cost of goods sold divided by average stock. And while calculating gross profit ratio, you need to take gross profit divided by sales into 100. You just need to listen it and give some concentration. Then you will slowly understand all these concepts. Then gross profit percentage needs to be reviewed on sales or on cost. If given on base which is not available, it should be calculated on general base, assuming it as 100%. Gross profit is 7.5% on sales. If sales is 100, gross profit is 7.5. Then cost of goods sales will be 92.5. So if the gross profit percentage is divisible by 100, say for example 25% on sales, if gross profit is 1 by x on sales, then 1 divided by x minus 1 on cost. And if the gross profit is 1 by x on cost, then 1 divided by x plus 1 on sales. Now profit and loss account. Gross profit or loss in trading account is transferred to P&L account, as I discussed. As I told you that if there is a gross loss, it is transferred to debit side of P&L account. And if it is a gross profit, then it is transferred to P&L account credit side. It records the business expenses and incomes not directly related to the goods or operation, or which is not related to your direct activities of your business. The expenses of profit and loss account can be categorized as administrative, finance, depreciation, selling and distribution, etc. In short, which are not included in trading account, all that income and expenses will be included in profit and loss account. So this is the format. It shows debit side, credit side. You can see debit side, it has all expenses and losses, like for example to salary, office rent, telephone expenses, postage, insurance, repairs and renewals, depreciation, carriage outward, bad debt, provisions for bad debt, selling commission, to bank charges, loan, loss of sale of machinery, loss on sale of investment, etc. So all that expenses which are not directly related to your production activity or your business activity will appear in debit side of profit and loss account. You can see this to carriage outward. We saw carriage inward in trading account because that carriage inward is the amount you need to pay to bring raw material to your industry. So that is essential for production. So that appears in trading account. And this carriage outward means you need to make available your finished product to marketplace. So that amount you are investing in making your finished goods available to the market. So this is indirect expenses. So this is coming under profit and loss account. I hope you understand. All these terms I have explained previously. What is depreciation, what is bad debt. Okay, so all these are expenses and losses which are indirectly related but not directly related. So these are coming to profit and loss account. And you can see now credit side, if there is a profit by gross profit, then discount received, commission received, bank interest, rent on property, profit on sale of machinery, etc. And from profit and loss account you get net profit or net loss. Then closing entries of profit and loss account will be profit and loss account debit to salary account, profit and loss account debit to rent account, profit and loss account debit to interest account. See, you need to understand this concept. In profit and loss account, we are giving debit to salary account. Okay, means in salary account which we are creating in ledger, in salary ledger account, these expenses will be at credit side. Okay, and debit side, profit and loss accounts debit side, you need to write salary and give it a debit balance. You might feel it a bit confusing, but you need to re-listen this video, reread all slides, then you will come to understand. Then profit and loss account debit to capital account. So finally net profit or net loss, whatever is getting, it will get transferred to balance sheet. Now balance sheet, this is the last statement to be prepared in accounting process or final accounts. This is not an account, it is a statement. A point statement depicts the accumulated financial position of the business since starting. The position statement or statement of affairs. A statement which sets out the assets and liabilities of firm or an institution as at a certain date. Balance sheet, this provides the accounting equation asset is equal to liabilities plus capital, that is owner's equity. Every transaction ultimately affects the balance sheet. Concepts used in balance sheet is historical cost and separate business entity. This includes the balance of real and personal accounts. This is the format. Now you can see there is no debit or credit side mentioned. There is a liability side on the left hand side and assets on right hand side. In liabilities column, you need to mention all the liabilities of business. Capital is also a liability for business, though it is of owner's capital. So it is a liability, still it is a liability for your business. Then less drawings. Drawings means whatever amount owner is taking out from business. Then long-term loans, mortgages, current liabilities which includes bank draft, sundry creditors, bills receivable, etc. And asset side includes all tangible and intangible asset, goodwill, patent, this also comes as an asset and it has value. You need to show it in balance sheet. Then all current assets, stock, debtors, bills receivable, etc. So these are the formats of journal, ledger and balance sheet. In next video, we will learn about trial balance and posting of adjustment of trial balance. Thank you, student. I hope you have understand this video and all it help you in clearing all your doubts. Thank you so much.